Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in. No, by all means take a seat, but you're going to have to be quiet as I'm currently filling in my Sutton Trust application form. Who, me? Oh, where are my manners? My name is Lee Harding, and I live in a town called Rayleigh Regis with my mum, my two brothers, Robert and Andrew, and my two cats, Thomas and Lily. I attend Ormiston Forge Academy, formerly known as Heathfields, until it began the procedure of being turned into an academy. And what a school it has become! When I first attended, the school had kind of a bad reputation, but through a lot of hard work put in by our new principal, Andrew Burns, and all of the staff, it has become a place where everyone gets the opportunity to thrive, and a place where everyone feels equally valued. I'm currently taking 4 A-levels. These include physics, chemistry, mathematics, and further maths. Aside from my A-levels, I try to get up to as much as I can do through both school and by doing things in the community, like my volunteering at the local hospital. Now, what would it mean for me to get accepted? Well, getting accepted onto the Sutton Trust would mean so much to me, as it seems like one of the only ways to both view an alternative to university life in the UK and get assistance in both understanding and integrating into an education system that I'm not currently in and that I would not have a clue where to begin with. Not to mention that the thought of specialising in a specific subject is kind of off-putting to me at the moment, as I don't want to become so constricted so soon, as rather than becoming shaped by my course like I would be in the US, I'll be forced to match the shape of my course if I stay in the UK. However, in addition to this, it would also mean a lot to those who also come from a disadvantaged background like me. You see, when I started in sixth form, everyone started going on about how we were meant to set an example for the lower year groups and that they would look up to us. And I never really understood this until one day, when walking to school, I had some year 7s walking closely behind me. And I chose that rather than just quickly crossing over the busy road like I normally would, I would walk down to the proper crossing, and it caused them to do the exact same, showing that I did actually have an impact on them and set an example for them. Another example is a student called Kay Ryan in the year above me, who is currently going through the interview stages at the University of Oxford. And although no one wants to put pressure on him by telling him how much it means to everyone at the school by him being the first person to ever get close to getting accepted to Oxford from our school, by him making it this far, it makes highly selective higher education institutions seem more attainable, even for kids from an area in which we live in. It shows them that all because they weren't born with the same advantages as others doesn't mean they aren't allowed to amount to anything and achieve their dreams. In a similar way, if I were to get accepted to the Sutton Trust, it shows pupils in the lower years that when it does come to their education, as long as they are willing to put in the effort, they can think bigger than just this little island on which we live. And without quoting Sly Fox, they can go all the way. You gave us a list of institutions to look at, and I didn't really understand why at first, but this was until I delved deeper into the University of Richmond. With it receiving a grant of $1.5 billion from the National Science Foundation, you know you can't go wrong pursuing a scientific-based education here. Not to mention that Richmond offers what is known as a need-blind admissions policy. This means that they look at applicants for who they are and what they can achieve, not their ability to pay when making admissions decisions. Now, I've never really been a huge sports fan here in the UK, as when it comes to sports, football, or soccer, dominates the channels, with a light sprinkling of tennis and cricket here and there for people who can keep up with those high-octane sports. Well, let's just say that it's not for me personally. However, keeping up to date with the ferocious Richmond Spiders would truly be a blast. However, for me, one of the biggest advantages to attending the University of Richmond is that the city of Richmond itself is literally a stone's throw away from the university. And what a town it is! Boasting attractions like the Scientific Museum of Virginia and the Altria Theatre, there's always going to be something to do. And hell, knowing that you'll be sleeping just a little over 100 miles away from the President most of the time should bring you some comfort. Or maybe not. We'll see. Gosh, would you look at the time? Now look, no matter whether I do or don't get accepted onto the programme, I just want you to know that what you're doing for kids like me is so much more than you'll ever know. You're shining a light through the darkness for us, and revealing what we truly can achieve. Thank you.